Okay, and then yesterday I showed you the blocks for units. It's one block, and then tens is it's like a rectangle with small little blocks inside, 10 of those, and 100 is a square with 100 blocks inside. Okay, so today we're going to be doing subtraction. So two numbers minus one number. Okay, let's just look at that, and I'm going to explain how you do that. So firstly, when you get your sum, you're going to put your tens and your units on your number. Remember, if it's just one number, it's always units, only units. And then we have two numbers here, so this side is units and this side is tens. How many tens are there? There's 1 10 and 5 units. That makes the number 15. Minus how many units? 4 units, 4 loose ones. Okay, now what's subtraction? Because subtraction means you're taking away. Addition means it's plusing, which means you put in more. But with subtraction, you're taking away. So when you have a sum like this, it says, I have 15 whatevers, like 15 balls. And I am taking away 4. Okay, I'm not putting more. That means you're not going to draw 4 more. You're going to take away 4 from the 15 that you already have. Or let's say you have 10 balls and you must take away 3. So if you have 10, then you need to take away the 3 from the 10, right? You're not going to put more, okay? So that's what we're going to do today. So if you noticed, I didn't draw any on this side. So 4 units, there's no 4 units this side. I only drew 15. Okay, this side I only drew 14. There's no 6. This side I only drew 22. Okay, there's no 4. This side I drew 10. There's no 3. Okay, that is because, remember, you have 15 and now you need to take away from that 15. Or you have 14 and you need to take away from that 14. Okay, you're not putting more blocks. So when I come to a sum like this, I draw my blocks. Okay, and then I need to go and scratch out. I need to go and scratch out. So I have 15 here. I drew my 15. You always got to draw this first number. Always. Okay? All the other numbers means you're taking away. But the first number you must draw, just like I did this here. So here I drew 15. 15 is made up of 110. There's my 110. And 5 units. And there's my loose ones. Okay? But now it says I need to take away 4. Right, so I'm going to scratch out 4 from this 15, and then I will see how much I'm left with to get my answer. So I scratch out 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm left with 110 and 1 unit, because remember I scratched out those. Okay, so now I'm left with 110. So if I had to do tens and units this side, how many tens am I left with? I'm left with 110, and how many units? 1 unit, and so my answer is 11. Let's go this side. Okay, I have 14 here, so 110 and 4 units. 110 and 4 units makes 14. I need to take away 6, so I need to scratch out 6. So I go 1. You start with the units, guys. You don't start with the tens, please. Please take note of that. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many blocks am I left with? I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm left with 8. 8 ones. Okay. Also, when you are drawing with subtraction, I know with plusing you can just draw a rectangle and color it in, but with subtraction you need to draw the 10 blocks inside. So when you're drawing, make sure there's 10 blocks in here and there's 10 blocks in here, otherwise your counting is not going to be right. Okay, so I was left with 8 blocks here, and there's my answer. Right, so here I have 10. I have 110. There's my 110. How many units? 0. So there's no loose one. So it's just 110. That means there's 10 blocks. Okay, I need to take away 3 units. So that's 1, 2, 3 blocks. How many blocks am I left with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm left with 7 blocks, and that's my answer. Okay, here I have 22. So how many tens do I have? I have 2 tens, and there's my 2 tens. It's 1, 2 tens. Okay, and how many units? 2 units, 2 loose ones. 1, 2. I need to take away 4. So I start with the units again, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I can see that I didn't even touch this side. I didn't even take away any from this side. So I already know that there's 110 left, right? But now I took away from the second one. That means there's no 2 tens. Remember, 110 needs to have 10 blocks. But now I took away 2 blocks here, so this can't be a 10 anymore. We need to see how many blocks are left in here. But I see there's 110 left. So I can go, again I can say my tens and units. How many tens is left? There's 110 left. Now I need to count how many units is left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 units left. And that's how I get to my answer. 22 minus 4 is 18. Okay, now you can do this again with your counters. It's actually better if you use your counters first, especially if you don't understand so nicely. But if you don't need your counters and you can use this, it's good to do that. Please remember that when you're doing this exercise, and I'm going to give you homework now, you need to draw the blocks. The exercise is that you draw the blocks. I don't just want the answer. You can get the answer quickly, you can use anything, but I want to see that you to draw the blocks. Okay, so here's your homework for today. Yeah, you can just pause the video and write down those sums. Okay guys, thank you.